It worked for me. There's one thing, though, that you wrote, which I kind of took to heart a little bit earlier. I don't know whether I took to heart, but there's a really interesting discussion of the fact that Gandhi apparently thought that persuasion was a form of violence. And you wrote, if you're with children or teaching or involved in a discussion or talking to an audience, ideally you should not try to persuade them. That is, to get them to accept your position. And then you went on to say, this should be true of teaching. There's no point in persuading people. If you're teaching, say, physics, which I thought was a good choice, there's no point in persuading a student that you're right. You want to encourage them to find out what the truth is, which is probably that you're wrong.
Very often.
Yeah, and which is a really important point about teaching. But I was particularly taken with something that you wrote afterwards, for reasons that may be clear. It said, I'm always put off by people who are called good speakers, by those who can rouse an audience. That's just what you do not want. If you have the capacity to do it, you should suppress it. And I thought I want to get you to elaborate.
I think that's right. An orator, rhetoric is the art or science, whatever you call it, of persuading people by appealing to their emotions, their, undermining their capacity for independent thought and inquiry, for challenge, for invention, for creation. It's exactly the opposite of what it ought to be. I mean, I have heard speakers who were inspiring, and I can understand the appeal, but people should resist it, I think.
Okay.